Hey YouTube, it's Gemini here with another video, and I'm doing a review of WrestleMania 15, the Raging Climax. Exclusive backstage footage included. We got Stone Cold, Big Show, or Paul Wight at the time, Undertaker, Mankind, Triple H, and The Rock on the cover. This is the first WWF DVD 001, first one released. Here's the side. There's the blue home logo, video logo. They didn't even have like the scratch like that logo on the DVD. It's really that long. Just about 2001 and 2002. Well, I don't even know why I just said that. But here's the back. No amount of hyperbole can put this event into proper context. There's Rock and Austin, Shane, and X-Pac. Rock and Austin again, Undertaker and Boss Man. Billy Gunn and Al Snow, Mankind and Big Show. There's the matches. I got the insert, so there's the WrestleMania 15 logo. Here's the disc, just pretty much the cover. Same thing with the insert. And this insert opens up like a little booklet thing. It's pretty cool. And it's got pretty much all the same pictures except Mick Foley being stretchered out, Kane getting pedigreed. Yeah, the rest are the same pictures, but, yeah, this event took place on March 28th, 1999, at the First Union Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and there was 20,276 in attendance, and, this match, or show started out, well, I normally start out with, like the heat and stuff, but this didn't include the heat stuff, but I'll just go ahead and say it. Jacqueline and Terry Runnels defeated Ivory with D'Lo Brown in a singles match. D'Lo Brown and Test won a 21-man battle royal to determine the number one contenders for the tag team championship when draws and the Godfather eliminated each other. So, yeah. Alright, let's get started. Here's bunch of the menus and stuff. I'll talk about that in a minute. Oh, I'm not really gonna go by the yeah, I'm just gonna shut this thing so you can see the cover, and I'll go by the insert. I'm gonna have it like this. But the first match was triple threat hardcore championship match for the hardcore championship. Let me find it on the back. B.A. Billy Gunn versus Hardcore Holly versus Al Snow. This was an entertaining match. I really liked this match. I'm a big fan for the step matches and the hardcore matches, and I like to see like all the different weapons and stuff that they use. But in this match, at the very end, Billy Gunn hit a famouser on Al Snow onto a chair, and then Hardcore Holly came in, hit Billy Gunn with something, I can't remember what it was, and got the pinfall, and won the WWF Hardcore Championship in a 7-minute match. It was a good opener. I liked it. But overall, I'm going to give this a 8 out of 10. I really like the hardcore match stuff. And then the next match was the tag team title match. Owen Hart with Jarrett with Deborah versus D'Lo Brown and Test with Ivory. And this was Owen Hart's last WrestleMania match that he had, sadly. And yeah, it's pretty sad, because he would go on to, he had died like 2 months later at Over the Edge. You guys know about that already, probably. But at the end, at the end of the match, Terry Runnels and Jacqueline came out and was trying to fight with Ivory, and then Test tried to pull them apart. Then Owen Hart drop kicked D'Lo Brown, and Jeff Jarrett rolled him up, got the pinfall, and they retained the titles in about 4 minutes. It wasn't that good of a match, but it was good to see Owen Hart. I don't really have that many matches of his. Overall, I'm gonna give that match a a 7 out of 10. It was good, but it wasn't extremely good. Don't have to go out of your way to watch it or whatever. The next match was Butterbean versus Bart Gunn in the Brawl for All. And the Brawl for All is a boxing match, and it's real, and they really fight and stuff, and it's not pre-scripted crap. And I don't see how it's not pre-scripted, because the Brawl for All had rounds, but I wonder what would happen if they went longer than they did. Would they have to cut back on some of the matches or something? I'm not for sure about that, but yeah, Bart Gunn had beaten a lot of people in the tournaments. The year before, in '98, it wasn't exactly a year before, I don't think, but Butterbean had a fight with Dr. Death Steve Williams, I think, and knocked him out. And Butterbean's the big, huge, famous boxer guy, and yeah, but Butterbean only hit him 2 times, and he knocked out Bart Gunn in about 38 seconds. It was pretty crazy. Even the first part was just them pretty much just walking around and about to start. So probably about 20 seconds, 15 seconds, he was knocked out after they was fighting. He got knocked down once, and he got back up, and then he got knocked down again and was out. It was pretty entertaining. And then after that, that chicken came out for the second time. He came out at WrestleMania 15 or 14, and got tombstoned by Kane, I think. Maybe this was the first one, I can't remember. But you guys know, I'm already gonna say it, Pete Rose, and he came out and was trying to mess around with the special referee, and the special referee, Vinny Pazziana, knocked him out, or punched him. And yeah, that match, or wasn't really a match, but it was entertaining. I'm gonna give that a 8 out of 10. It was good, I guess. And the next match was Mankind versus Paul Wight. The Big Show, Paul Wight. Oh, he was called the Big Show, but the Big Show, Paul Wight. And this match was going back and forth, but mostly Mankind getting beat up. And it went for about 7 minutes, and the stipulation was whoever wins the main event becomes the special guest referee. But at the end, Big Show grabbed 2 chairs and choke slammed Mankind onto them, and Big Show, at the end, McMahon came out, and McMahon came out yelling at him. He's like, "You idiot, why'd you do that? You just ruined it for the corporation," and all that stuff. And Big Show grabbed him like he was about to chokeslam him, but then set him down, and then Mr. McMahon slapped him, and then right after that, Big Show punched him and knocked him out. Then later on in the show, they got him arrested, and yeah, and Mankind got wheeled out on the stretcher, and yeah, that was okay match. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And the next match was the Four Corners elimination match for the Intercontinental Championship. Road Dogg versus Val Venus versus Ken Shamrock versus Goldust. And Goldust came out with the Blue Meanie and Ryan Shamrock. And I forgot to say that in the Hardcore Championship match, Billy Gunn was a champion when he came out. Jeff Jarrett was a champion when they came out. So Billy Gunn lost his belt. Owen, Hart, and Jeff Jarrett retained it. Road Dogg came out the champion in this match. But it was a good, entertaining match. I liked it. Trying to think who got eliminated first. I remember the last two was like Goldust and Road Dogg, and I don't really remember what it was at the end, but Road Dogg, I think he did like the pump handle slam or whatever, and got the 1, 2, 3. I know that he won the match, but I can't remember which order they got eliminated. But I can't. Oh yeah, Ken Shamrock and Val Venus got a double count out because he was like saying something to Ryan, I think. I can't remember really what happened on that part, but I do remember that it was a good match. Good Intercontinental Championship match, and when the Intercontinental belt meant something, and sort of does now. But Intercontinental Champion was, like, they meant something, and it was a very prestigious belt. It still is, but they sort of lost it because it's been going back and forth. But Curtis Axel's had it for a little while. He's had a good reign. But enough rambling on about nothing that has to do with WrestleMania 15. But the next match, or that match, went on for about 10 minutes. It was only like a 10-minute match, but the eliminations, it was a double elimination and then elimination. But then the next, well, I'm going to give that match a 8 out of 10. Then the next match, Kane with China defeated Triple H by disqualification. Oh wow, I just said the result. Oh my god. I don't even know why I just said that. But this match happened. I know some of the behind the scenes, like the stories or whatever, the storylines behind it or whatever, what led up to the match. But not all DVDs, like not all the matches. But this happened because Kane or China went with Kane or whatever. Before the match, Kane came in the ring, and then he was attacked by Pete Rose in the chicken suit again, and he ripped it off. And it's Pete Rose. But I know that it was because of like China went with Kane or something, and then because something happened and fire got in her eye, and like Kane carried her to the back, and then Kane was gonna have a match with Goldust, and Triple H came out with the Goldust wig and the robe and all that stuff, and then shot flames into his eye, and after he shot the flames into his eyes, that's what set up the match pretty much, and but in this match at the end, China low-blowed, or she either low-blowed Kane or hit him with a chair. Triple H pedigreed him onto a chair after trying to hit Kane with it. But it was a good match. It was pretty memorable. Overall, I'm going to give that match a 8 out of 10. This is a good match. And, and then the next match was a Divas Championship match. Women's Championship match. Oops. God, I got that mixed up on accident. Did not mean that, because women's/Divas division. Well, they weren't really called Divas at this time, I don't think. But women's division meant something. Sable versus Tori, and this match happened because Tori was like a crazy fan and all that stuff, and she wanted to be Sable, and then after that she was trying to fight Sable, and then she was saying that she had heard, she was like, I heard that she didn't have an opponent at WrestleMania. I want to fight you or something like that. And then one time she was like, they're gonna have to wait till WrestleMania to see it, and then like Tori took off her dress or something like that, and on the stage, not Sable's dress, but like Tori's own dress, and yeah, but this match wasn't very long. Forgot to say the Kane match was about 11.5 minutes, but this match went for about 5 minutes. Didn't get that much time, but Sable ended up retaining, and she hit the Sable bomb on Tori. Pretty good match, but yeah, Tori, don't really know that much about her, and Sable, she was one of the first divas, I guess, one of the first to make the new divas division after the 80s or whatever, and it died down, sorta. But she was like the first real diva of the Attitude Era, and yeah, not really the best known for wrestling, but being edgy and stuff, yeah, don't really have much else to say on that match. Let's get to the next match now. The next match was Shane McMahon versus X-Pac, two of my favorite wrestlers, for the European Championship. And this match happened pretty much because Shane McMahon was the champion, and he said the X-Pac was a punk, and they was fighting back and forth on Raw and stuff, and in this match, it was a good match. It's not really my favorite match, but like favorite match with favorite wrestlers maybe, I don't know, but I liked it because there was two of my favorite wrestlers in there. But like the Mean Street Posse was out there, and there was at like ringside or whatever, and Test was out there, and Gerald Briscoe and Pat Patterson. But yeah, but Shane McMahon ended up getting the win because the lights went out and Kane's music played and the corporation went left or whatever. Triple H pedigreed X-Pac, or after that, or China distracted the ref. Triple H pedigreed X-Pac. Kane came out, or after that, Shane McMahon covered him, and then the New Age Outlaws and Triple H and Test. Wait, I can't really remember what happened. Like, it was just a big brawl. I just remember the New Age Outlaws, Triple H, Test, all that stuff. They were fighting, and Kane's music came out, cleared the corporation, and this was like what started the Kane and X-Pac friendship, I think, and they ended up having the belts at SummerSlam '99 later on in the year. But this was okay match. Not really a really good match, but I really enjoyed it because it was like my favorite wrestlers or whatever, and it wasn't a bad match, but I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10, and it went for about 9 minutes. And the next match was the Hell in a Cell match, Undertaker versus Big Boss Man. Oops. And this was probably the worst Hell in a Cell match that they've had. But it didn't make much sense at the end, but this happened because McMahon was having a feud with Undertaker, and he had Big Boss Man come out and fight him because Big Boss Man hit Undertaker in the leg with like a thing, nightstick or whatever and helped Mr. McMahon, and that's like Mr. McMahon helped Mr. McMahon out, and Undertaker was like going to his house, just abducting people, saying he's gonna take over the WWF. But at the end, it was a freaky thing. At the end of it, like, Undertaker hit the tombstone and got the pinfall. But after that, it was really weird because the Brood came out, and they was coming down from the top. They started kicking the cell. They put a noose through the cell, and Undertaker hung Big Boss Man on it. They left. They started flying back up to the rafters or whatever, and it was really weird. Then Big Boss Man was hung, and he was hanging there, and I don't see how they did this. And they lifted up the cell. Big Boss Man was hanging in the air by his neck, and his hands wasn't in it or nothing. And he was sitting there just hanging there, spinning around. He was starting to puff up. He was getting pink. It was crazy. I wonder what the fans thought that was live there. It was crazy. But not really good match. I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10 or 7 out of 10. Just not a good match, but just the history, the streak, the cell, and the thing of him being hung. It wasn't really a good of a match in the cell, but after the Brood came out, it sort of made it better. But it was just insane. And then that match went for about 10 minutes. And then the main event match, Stone Cold versus The Rock for the WWF Championship in a no disqualification match. This match ended up having Stone Cold getting the stunner at the end, winning the championship. Because in this match sort of went all around since there was no disqualification. And not all around, but they were out on the stage or whatever, and by the entrance ramp and stuff. But at the beginning of the match, Shawn Michaels said that no corporation allowed, so he made Mr. McMahon leave or whatever. And Tim White was the referee since that Mankind was hurt or whatever, and Paul White wasn't allowed since he lost the match. But Stone Cold ended up getting the stunner, retaining the title, winning the title for the second time at WrestleMania. Won it the year before. 17 minutes. This is probably the best match of the night. This is probably one of the only matches that people ever talk about from this show. But it was a good match. I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Or awesome, memorable history match or whatever. Because this would be their first of the 3 matches they had at WrestleMania. They would have one 2 years later at 17, and then 4 years later at WrestleMania 19. So 2 years, and then another 2 years they had another match. But overall, good pay-per-view. A lot of people don't really like this one. I liked it. But it's not the best WrestleMania. I'm gonna go ahead and say that. I'm gonna give this one a 8 out of 10. And yeah, don't really have much else to say. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the extras. History, just of the matches, like little promo things, hyping up the matches, cool stuff. That was just some extras. And then Tech Talk, it was just behind the scenes. Rage Party, that was like a WrestleMania Access thing that they had a bunch of fans, and it was like in this arena, and they had a bunch of wrestlers and stuff there, just in the crowd and stuff. It was pretty cool. Music video of just like the show at the end, fan comments talking about what they're ready to see. And don't really remember much else. Nothing really much else about this. There was a WrestleMania 15 match with Austin and Rock, and they both did a commentary track with JR. Pretty cool. Don't really want to read this because I'm probably about to run out of time soon. Just talking about the extras or whatever. And yeah, that's my review of WrestleMania 15, and that's about it. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.